Okay, so the thing is, I was actually thinking of postponing the beginning of my YouTube career, but something urgent came up. Okay, I wanted to make like a video, I wanted to plan it out, I wanted to do all this stuff and then upload it in like a couple weeks, but something urgent came up. And I was gonna make one of those cringy videos. It's like my first video. It wasn't gonna be my first video anyways, but now it's gonna be even further away from being my actual first video because I just had to make this video urgently. Okay, as you know, the latest, the second One Piece worldwide character poll is coming up, and I must urge all of my viewers, which will be zero viewers, but maybe like half a viewer, to vote for Sakazuki, also known as Akainu. I, you might think it's ridiculous. You might think it's insane that I'm saying this. If you're like a normie and you just happen to find this by luck and you have like you're not even part of that like community or you're just like a normie when it comes to One Piece or a casual viewer, you would think, what are you talking about? Why would I ever vote for Akainu? Okay, so in the last poll, he actually got 53rd place. I was so relieved when I actually saw him. One of the little names, like one of the smaller names, I was so happy that he actually made the top 100. And, if you really didn't know that Akainu or the Admirals in a larger sense had a fan base in 2026, you're low-key a new gen. Well, not necessarily a new gen. Maybe you're like an old gen and you haven't been catching up on things that have actually been happening and you're like, you were around at friggin' like Ennie's Lobby or like Marineford in the manga when that was coming out in like the early 2000s or whatever, and like you went into a coma or something and you woke up, your mom's crying and hugging you, and you wake up and you see, oh, One Piece is still running, and people like the Admirals now. But nah, this video, I mean, it might be for you, it probably isn't for you. But what I'm saying is, what's important? None of that matters. None of that matters. What I'm saying is, vote for Akainu, okay? Me personally, I voted for Akainu 78 times in total. I voted for him 6 times 2 days ago, and I voted for him 42 times. I voted for him 42 times yesterday, and I voted for him uh 30 times today. That is March 5th, 2026. And I urge you to do the same because I read something. The top characters in this poll will be featured in a new illustration, in a new double page spread illustration, I presume, by Eiichiro Oda. I know, it's delusional. There's no way Akainu is going to win. This is ridiculous. There's no way he's going to win. That doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone even think of something like that? Why would I waste my time for 3 minutes and 23 seconds talking about how much I want Akainu to win and how much I urge you to vote for Akainu because I want him to be in the top 10? Like that's ever going to happen. That's never going to happen. But I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. It's delusional. I don't care. I'm still telling you to vote for Akainu, bro. That literally doesn't matter, bro. Okay? I see people saying vote for Sanji so he can beat Zoro. Like that's not, like it's delusional. That's never gonna happen, but it's not delusional enough. That's not delusional enough, bro. You don't actually have that ambition, bro. You just want to root for him because, like, he might even be like your fourth or fifth favorite character, but you think he actually has a chance of being second place. No, bro. I want Akainu to be 10th place. Okay, that's like 100 times more delusional, bro. We have much, like, bro, we can do this. We can show that, like, we appreciate the story and we understand the complexities of Akainu's character, bro. Like, we understand, like, his philosophy and stuff. We understand, um, we understand he's like a very harsh person, but he's not like all bad, People will characterize him in the community as if he's just this like pure evil villain, bro. We will show that we actually like read Oda's manga, bro. Like remember when he tried to save Bonnie and had like pity for Bonnie, bro? Remember when he was like offended by what the world government did to Kuma, bro? Like these people, they don't even care. It's like, obviously I understand why you don't like Akainu or why you disagree with his philosophy or why you, honestly, I understand, like, I understand your grievance with this character, bro. But, like, what I don't understand is just completely, absolutely, just like eradicating like the memory, just like forgetting everything completely. It's like, like they think, I think there's an even amount of good and bad, but they think there's like a little amount of good and mostly bad. But then, even though that's what they think, when they talk about him, they just talk about him as if it's like all bad. Like they do, like I've seen videos that are supposed to be analyzing his character, and they just literally skip over like actually important like details to his ideology, like when he talked to Fujitora and like his views on like how the Marines should be viewed in the world and like their image, right? Or like the contrast between the Marines wanting to like enforce this image or enforce this dignity for themselves, as opposed to how pirates will let people make their own decisions about their actions. And like how that's also like an extension of how like the world government in general hides information and manipulates the people, and how even if the Marines think they're doing a good thing, they still have that mentality of they're trying to hide information from the people and stuff. Like you could actually go into depth on topics like that, but all they talk about is Akainu's too strict, bro. Akainu's too strict, bro. He killed the deserter, bro. Like I don't care. I literally don't care. he tried to he he didn't let Kobe go when Kobe literally stood in front of him and tried to stop him, bro. That's so cruel, bro. Or they harp on the O'Hara thing. Like actually that's a whole other topic. I have my own I have my own thing for O'Hara. But like I'm just talking about him like as a character, bro. Not like I'm not gonna do some friggin' O'Hara apologetics. But what I mean is like actually analyzing his character. People don't even talk about his character, bro. They literally don't even care. Nah, but I just had to add in this new friggin' clip. I went to the voice memos and I pressed the replace button. They don't care about his character, bro. And like we can show that we want more of a Akainu, bro. Like that's kind of the reason why I want him to vote. Like that's one of the things that just captivates me about him. It's like the more you read into the character, the more depth there is, bro. Like there's so many things to Akani's character, and for years and years we just got bullied, bro. Like, is that what you just want to accept? Is that what you want to accept? That's my motivation, bro. That's my motivation. That's why I vote for. That's why I'm thinking I'm gonna vote for him 100 times a day, every day now. Like I don't even care. I'm genuinely thinking that. I'm genuinely thinking that we can show that like we actually value him as a character, bro. And maybe that's gonna like not just even in the double page spread, because obviously I want that, even though that's never gonna happen, but I'm delusional. But like maybe if he gets a high enough place, we could even get more of him being featured in the manga, bro. You know, as you know, sometimes I'll just read a chapter and it's like a 2 out of 10 chapter, bro. Like what is Oda cooking? I see the Akainu cameo, instant 10 out of 10 chapter. Genuinely, bro, I don't care. Like, I don't care, bro. I'm delusional. I want to be delusional. Akainu will make top 10 this year, bro. Like, I don't care, bro. I will influence, like I have no influence. I have no subscribers on YouTube, bro. I have like 70 followers on TikTok, bro. I don't care, bro. If I'm going to do this, bro, we're going to do this. Doesn't matter if I can't do anything, bro. It doesn't matter if a bunch of bums are still gonna vote for Luffy because they're casuals, bro. Like I don't care. I don't care. We'll just vote more, bro. We'll just vote more. Anyways, bro, there's gonna be a link in the description, obviously, to vote for Akainu. And I do think Akainu can make the top 10. Cause I'm delusional. Like, this is such a ridiculous thing. There are more important things I could even be talking about right now, bro. Like, I should have just dropped the freaking Akainu character analysis video already, bro. Like, I should have just dropped the Akainu versus Shanks, like, versus battle already, bro. I don't even, like, bro, I haven't even started my career yet, bro. Like, those videos might even come out in, like, multiple months in the future. Like, I'm not even telling you to expect anything from me, bro. But I just felt like I had, like, oh, dude, it's gonna be so lame. Like, listening. I was saying, oh, I just felt like I had to make a video right now. Like, bro, I should be, nah. What's important is that you vote for Akainu, bro. And they're not ready for him.